Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Miss Farhana Zafar. Hope you all are fine. Students, today we'll have lecture number 4 of class 9th biology. Okay students, now today we are starting very interesting and important chapter of our book, that is structural organization of life. And definitely to study life is such an important and interesting thing for everyone. So in this chapter, first we'll start with cell. In this topic we'll study about cell and cell theory. Then we'll study about fundamental parts of cell, cell organelles and types of cell. Then we'll study about tissues, functions and types of tissues, organ system, and finally organism. So let's begin with first topic, that is cell. Discovery of cell. The discovery of cell has been always together from the invention of the microscope. It means, students, that microscopic studies only reveal this basic unit of life. The first microscope was invented or built in the year 1595 by Zecharis Janssen. Then, in 1610, Galileo, who was an Italian astronomer, invented and developed the first ever microscope to observe small organisms. Then in 1665, with the help of an improved microscope, Robert Hooke observed the outline of bark cells. Whatever Hooke actually saw was the dead cell walls of plant cells. Students, Hooke's description of these cells was published in his book Micrographia. The cell walls observed by Hooke gave no indication of the nucleus and other organelles found in most living cells. Then, in 1673, Anton Leeuwenhoek saw the microorganism or the first living cell. Then, plant cells were first observed by Dutrochet in 1842. Then cell nucleus was first observed in 1831 by Robert Brown. Students, the basic structure and functional unit, which is called cell, was discovered and studied by a number of scientists over a period of time, but only with the help of microscope. And the invention of this powerful instrument help us to reveal cell and other cell organelles. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of any living organism. Students, in your previous classes you have already studied about cell, that cell is the basic unit of life. Cell is the building block of any living organism. So students, हम ये कहेंगे कि जितने भी organisms हैं, whether plants, animal और any microscopic organisms, सारे organisms किस चीज़ के बने हुए हैं? सेल के. That all organisms are made up of cell. उनका जो structure है किसी भी organism का, उनका जो shape है, वो कौन form कर रहा है? Cell. Then second thing, whatever the activity and whatever the function performed by any living organism, that is controlled by and look after by cell. तो हम ये कहेंगे कि cell is the center of all the activities of an organism. So two basic points present in this definition, that is structural unit and then functional unit. एक तो किसी चीज़ को बना रहा है और फिर उस चीज़ के सारे फंक्शन को भी कंट्रोल कर रहा है. तो cell is the structural unit and then functional unit of any living organism. Cell theory. The cell theory describes the basic properties of all cells. Students, by the late 1830s, botanists Matthew Sheldon, zoologist Theodore Schwann and Rudolf Virchow proposed and formulated the unified cell theory. This unified cell theory states that all living organisms are composed of one or more cells. The cell is the smallest basic structural and functional unit of all organisms, and new cells are formed by the division of pre-existing cells. Students, the first 2 points were given by Sheldon and Shawn. Actually, Sheldon and Shawn proposed spontaneous generation as the method for cell origination. But spontaneous generation, also called abiogenesis, was later disproven. Then Rudolf Virchow gave final rise to this cell theory and proposed a new point that new cells are formed by the division of pre-existing cells. And he was famously stated omnis cellula e cellula, that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Students, शेल्डन एंड शॉन ने फर्स्ट 2 पॉइंट्स दिए कि ऑल लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म, जितने भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ वन और मोर सेल, सेल के बने हुए जिनमें से कुछ एक सेल के हैं और कुछ एक से ज़्यादा सेल के. फर्स्ट आई वांट टू क्लियर दिस दैट एक सेल से बने हुए मीन्स दैट यूनिसेल्यूलर, एक मीन्स यूनिसेल्यूलर ऑर्गेनिजम्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बैक्टीरिया, amoeba, chlamydomonas, etc. Then more cells. More cells means multicellular, like human beings, plants, etc. Then second point, the cell is the smallest basic structural and functional unit of all organism, which we discussed in the previous slide that cell बहुत ही छोटा है. और हम पहले भी ये डिस्कस कर चुके हैं स्टूडेंट्स के सेल को देखने के लिए, या हमने जो सेल को रिवील किया जितने भी बायोलॉजिस्ट ने, वो थ्रू माइक्रोस्कोप किया. और जैसे जैसे साइंस जो है वो अपग्रेड होता गया, हमारे पास सबसे पहले जो माइक्रोस्कोप था वो बहुत ही सिंपल माइक्रोस्कोप था विद 2 लेंसेज ओनली. एंड आफ्टर दैट जैसे जैसे इम्प्रूवमेंट आती गई है हमारे पास, आज हमारे पास इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप है जिसकी वजह से हम बाकी सेल ऑर्गेनल्स को भी रिवील कर सके हैं. तो सेल बहुत ही छोटा और जितने भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं उनका स्ट्रक्चरल और फंक्शनल यूनिट है. और थर्ड पॉइंट जिसको रुडोल्फ विर्चो ने ऐड किया था यहाँ, वो ये था कि जितने भी सेल्स हैं, एग्जिस्टेड सेल्स, वो अपने प्री एग्जिस्टिंग सेल्स से ही बनते हैं. ठीक है, बाय द डिविजन ऑफ प्री एग्जिस्टिंग सेल्स. और यू कैन से लाइक दैट ऑल बेबी सेल्स और ऑल डॉटर सेल्स कम फ्रॉम देयर पेरेंट सेल. So this is all about cell theory, that cell theory formulated by 3 scientists, Sheldon, Schwann and Virchow, and they have given 3 basic points. Cell wall. Cell wall is the non-living outermost boundary of plant cell, bacterial cell and fungal cell, but it is not found in animal cell. Students, cell wall एक non-living substance है जो प्लांट्स की, बैक्टीरिया की और फंजाई की आउटर मोस्ट बाउंड्री फॉर्म करता है. सो फर्स्ट लेट्स डिस्कस प्लांट सेल वॉल. प्लांट सेल वॉल is mainly composed of cellulose and pectin. Cellulose are a kind of fibers which are arranged in crisscross manner, and pectin is there to keep them in their position, because pectin is a kind of cementing material which is there to hold cellulose, or you can say fibers, in a proper position and give them thickness. Students, thickness of cell wall varies in different cells of plants because cell wall is composed of 3 main layers: middle lamella, primary wall, secondary wall, and sometimes tertiary wall present. Middle lamella is formed between the primary wall of neighboring cells. Middle lamella is a kind of layer, students, जो 2 cells के बीच में एक लेयर मौजूद होती है, उसे middle lamella कहते हैं. And primary wall is the first wall of the plant cell. Now students, bacterial cell wall. Bacterial cell wall is made up of protein and carbohydrate. And fungal cell wall is made up of fungal cellulose and chitin. So students, now the function of cell wall. Cell wall maintains shape of the cell. It provides protection and mechanical support to plant cell, and it also performs the function of transport material from outside to inside because it is permeable in nature. It allows everything to go outside to inside. So students, now we'll discuss cell membrane. Cell membrane. Cell membrane or plasma membrane, which is found universally in all cell types and surrounds the cytoplasm and nucleus. Students, after the invention of electron microscope in the year 1935, cell membrane revealed, and many models presented to explain the structure of cell membrane. But the most acceptable model among them is fluid mosaic model presented by Singer and Nicholson in the year 1972. Students, सेल मेम्ब्रेन हर ऑर्गेनिज्म में एग्जिस्टेड है, जैसे कि प्लांट्स में भी है, बैक्टीरिया में भी है, फंजाई में भी है, लेकिन सेल वॉल सिर्फ इन तीनों में, लेकिन सेल मेम्ब्रेन एग्जिस्टेड इन एवरी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म. एंड स्टूडेंट्स, फ्लूइड मोज़ाइक मॉडल जो है वो सिंगर एंड निकल्सन ने 1972 में प्रेजेंट किया, एंड इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज द बेस्ट मॉडल टू एक्सप्लेन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सेल मेम्ब्रेन. और अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस theory and this model, cell membrane consists of phospholipid bilayer in which protein molecules float like iceberg in the sea. इस मॉडल के अकॉर्डिंग सेल मेम्ब्रेन जो है वो फॉस्फोलिपिड बाइलेयर की बनी हुई है, यानी कि लिपिड की 2 लेयर्स हैं, ऊपर और नीचे, और जिसके बीच में प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स जो हैं वो मौजूद हैं, उसके अंदर धंसे हुए हैं, और कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स भी यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं साथ में, लेकिन बहुत ही कम कंटेंट में है, तो वो इतने ज़्यादा नोटिसेबल नहीं है, लेकिन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स एग्जिस्टेड हैं. और जितने भी सेल ऑर्गेनल्स हैं सेल के अंदर, सबकी सेल मेम्ब्रेन इन्हीं से बनी हुई है. लिपिड्स विच आर ऑल्सो नेम्ड एज फैट, प्रोटीन एंड समवेयर कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स, बट द मेन जो उसके मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं वो लिपिड्स हैं और प्रोटीन है. फंक्शन देख लेते हैं सेल मेम्ब्रेन का. सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज़ अ सिलेक्टिवली और सेमी परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस इट रेगुलेट्स सिलेक्टिव मूवमेंट ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स. जैसे हमने प्लांट सेल में देखा था दैट प्लांट सेल ट्रांसपोर्ट एवरी टाइप ऑफ मटीरियल आउटसाइड टू इनसाइड, बट सेल मेम्ब्रेन डज नॉट. सेल मेम्ब्रेन सेमी परमिएबल नेचर रखती है, और ये सिर्फ सिलेक्टिव मूवमेंट अलाउ करती है मॉलिक्यूल्स की, हर तरह का मॉलिक्यूल अंदर आने जाने नहीं देती. And one more important function of cell membrane is endocytosis, in which cell membrane enfolds, taking in material of the cell in the form of vacuole. सेल के अंदर का कुछ मटेरियल जो है वो सेल मेम्ब्रेन अपने अंदर इंजेस्ट कर लेती है और टाइम टू टाइम रिलीज़ करती है, या जो ऐसी चीज़ जो सेल की किसी काम की नहीं हो वो सेल मेम्ब्रेन अपने अंदर इंजेस्ट कर लेती है, इनफोल्ड कर लेती है. So student, I hope that it is clear that cell membrane model was presented by Singer and Nicholson, and cell membrane made up of 2 basic molecules like lipid and protein. And nature of cell membrane is selectively permeable, semi-permeable, and because of that the internal and external balance maintained between the cell. Nucleus. Nucleus, which is also called as chorion, discovered by Robert Brown in the year 1831. It is an important prominent structure which is present inside the cell. In animal cell it is present in the center, and in plant cell, due to the presence of large vacuole, it is pushed towards cell membrane. Nucleus may be spherical or irregular in shape and consist of 4 parts: nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromatin network, and nucleolus. Nuclear membrane. Nucleus is enveloped by a double membrane called nuclear membrane. This membrane possesses number of nuclear pores, and its function is to separate the content of nucleus from the rest of the cell. nucleoplasm. The nucleus is filled with a gel-like substance called nucleoplasm. The nucleoplasm performs certain functions such as supporting the chromatin material and nucleolus which is present in the nucleoplasm and providing rigidity to the nucleus. It is the site of synthesis of DNA, RNA and ribosomal units. Chromatin network. The chromatin network consists of thread-like structures called chromosomes. The thread of chromosomes become prominent during cell divisions. These fibers and these threads are very important as they are composed of DNA, which is deoxyribonucleic acid, and protein. And DNA plays significant role in the inheritance of characters as well as in controlling or regulating the cell activities. Nucleolus. It is a small spherical body found in the nucleoplasm. Its number varies in different species. The nucleolus is the distinct structure which is responsible in assembling the ribosomes. Students, the function of nucleus is to control all the activities of cell, and it is such an important part of cell because it is responsible for the inheritance of hereditary character and also regulates the process of protein synthesis in cell. Cytoplasm. Students, cytoplasm is a thick solution that fills each cell and is enclosed by the cell membrane. It is the translucent fluid portion of the cell lying in between plasma membrane and nucleus, and it consists of an aqueous ground substance called cytosol and granular portion called cytoplasmic organelles. एक ऐसा गाढ़ा लिक्विड है जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन और न्यूक्लियस के इन बिटवीन मौजूद है, और जो इसका लिक्विड सब्सटेंस है वो साइटोसोल है, और जो इसके अंदर ग्रैनुलर पार्ट है वो साइटोप्लाज्मिक ऑर्गेनल्स हैं. केमिकली साइटोप्लाज्म इज़ अबाउट 90% वाटर and forms a solution and serves as storehouse of vital chemicals. केमिकली ये 90% वाटर बेस है और बहुत सारे केमिकल्स के लिए स्टोर हाउस भी है. And it is a site of metabolic reactions like protein synthesis and glycolysis. मेटाबॉलिक रिएक्शन स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे रिएक्शंस होते हैं जिनमें किसी चीज़ का बनना या टूटना दोनों चीज़ें नज़र आती हैं. ये कैटाबॉलिक भी होते हैं और एनाबॉलिक भी होता है. तो यहाँ पर सेल के अंदर जो साइटोप्लाज्म है वो प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस यानी प्रोटीन मेकिंग का भी एक फंक्शन परफॉर्म कर रहा है और ग्लाइकोसिस का भी यानी कि ग्लूकोज की ब्रेक डाउन का भी. बिकॉज साइटोप्लाज्म प्रोवाइड्स अ मीडियम फॉर द ऑर्गेनल टू रिमेन सस्पेंडेड, यानी कि साइटोप्लाज्म जो है वो जो जितने भी ऑर्गेनल्स हैं उनको प्रॉपर फंक्शन परफॉर्म करने के लिए भी एक स्पेस प्रोवाइड करता है. साइटोप्लाज्म बेसिकली जो फंक्शन परफॉर्म करता है उसमें स्टोर हाउस ऑफ वाइटल केमिकल्स, साइट ऑफ मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटीज़ एंड ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड शेप टू सेल थ्रू साइटोस्केलेटन. Cytoplasmic organelles. The structures found in cytoplasm are called cytoplasmic organelles, and these organelles form the granular part of the cytoplasm and perform a variety of functions. Following are the important cytoplasmic organelles: endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, mitochondria, plastids, centrioles, ribosomes and vacuoles. Endoplasmic reticulum. Endo means inside, plasma, protoplasm, and reticulum means network. It is a network of membranous channels or tubules extending throughout the cytoplasm. The channels seem to be in contact with plasma membrane as well as nuclear membrane. ये चैनल्स, ये ट्यूब्यूल्स एक एज से तो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन से कांटेक्ट में है तो दूसरे एज से न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन में, And there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is that whose outer covering is completely covered with ribosome, and rough endoplasmic reticulum is mainly responsible for protein synthesis. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is that whose outer layer is completely without ribosome, and they are smooth in texture. Endoplasmic reticulum plays important role in the synthesis of protein and also transport material within the cell. It also provides mechanical support to the cell and helps in maintaining the shape of the cell. And the most important function of endoplasmic reticulum is that it detoxifies the harmful effects of drugs. Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus was discovered by Camillo Golgi and thus named as Golgi complex. A system of flat membrane-bound vessels which are arranged parallel to one another in cytoplasm is called Golgi complex. These sacs are fluid-filled, containing carbohydrates, glycoprotein, and enzymes. Students, a very important function of Golgi complex that it takes part in collection, packaging, and distribution of molecules and thus support endoplasmic reticulum in its function of transport material. And Golgi complex is mainly concerned with the cell secretions. Mitochondria. Mitochondria are generally rod-like or bead-shaped organelles consisting of double membrane. The inner membrane is folded, and these enfoldings are called cristae, while the fluid present inside is called matrix. Mitochondria is an important cause it is a self-replicating organelle. Students, mitochondria, also named as powerhouse of the cell, because it generates and produces energy. The main function of mitochondria is that it facilitates metabolic reactions through respiratory enzymes and coenzymes found on cristae, and they store and releases metabolic energy in the form of ATP molecules. Plastids. Plastids are large cytoplasmic organelles found mostly in the cells of higher plants, and they are absent in animals. They serve basically as a storage and manufacturing organelles. Each plastid is generally a spherical or oval-shaped body bounded by membrane from outside. Students, plastids are a kind of organelles which contain different type of pigments or colors, and they are classified on the basis of their pigment or color. Number 1, chloroplast. Students, chloroplast is that cytoplasmic organelle which contain chlorophyll and found in all green parts of plant. Its function is to absorb light energy with the help of chlorophyll for photosynthesis, and they manufacture carbohydrate by the process of photosynthesis. Chromoplast, which is colored plastid and give color to the flower and fruits to facilitate pollination and seed dispersal. Leucoplast. Students, it is a colorless plastid and do not contain any pigment and found mostly in underground part of plant like root, seeds, etc. Chloroplast is present in underground part of plant, so its function is to store food in the form of starch. Centrosome and centrioles. It is a cylindrical, rounded, non-membrane bound organelle found in most of the animal. The centrosome is present near the nucleus in animal cell. A centrosome contains 2 centrioles, and each centriole consists of 9 hollow microtubules. एक centrosome जो है वो 2 सेंट्रियोल बनाता है और हर सेंट्रियोल में 9 खोखले माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स मौजूद हैं which are responsible for cell division by producing fibrous protein spindles. और इन माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स में से फाइब्रस प्रोटीन स्पिंडल निकलते हैं जो सेल डिवीजन को पॉसिबल बनाते हैं. It helps in movement of chromosome during cell division. Because of these spindle fiber, movement of chromosome become possible during cell division. And these centrosome also contributes in the maintenance of cell shape, and the most important part of centrosome or centriole that they make possible the process of cell division. Ribosomes. Students, they are granular dense part of cell rich in ribonucleic acid. They are found freely in cytoplasm as well as attached on the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are made from complexes of RNAs and 50 or more different proteins. So ribosomes are divided into 2 subunits, one larger than the other. Students, they are rich in RNA and they are responsible for making protein and hence are called protein factories of cell. Mainly they are responsible for protein synthesis in cell. Vacuole. These are liquid filled non-protoplasmic cavities found in cytoplasm of cells. Students, vacuole is surrounded by a membrane called tonoplast, which is selectively permeable in nature. In cell, vacuoles in animals are numerous and found temporarily, while in plants, a single large and permanent vacuole is found in the center. Vacuoles are there to store food material in the form of cell sap. They also play a role in defense of plants. In animals, they contain enzymes which help in digestion, and they also play important role in the process of excretion. But mainly they are concerned with storage of cell sap. Types of cell. Students, there are mainly 2 types of cell, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cells are those which do not possess true nucleus. It means its nuclear material is not enclosed in a proper nuclear membrane. Nucleoplasm is absent, nucleolus is absent, and nuclear membrane is absent. This type of cells are found in bacteria, and such organisms are called prokaryotic organisms. On the other hand, eukaryotic cell possesses proper nucleus where nuclear material is enclosed in a proper nuclear membrane, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and chromatin material is present. Plants and animals are composed of this type of cells and are called eukaryotic organisms. Review of today's lecture. So dear students, today we have learnt about cell biology, in which we studied cell theory, fundamental parts of cell like cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, cytoplasmic organelles, types of cell, in which prokaryotes and eukaryotes we studied. Home assignment. Students, you have to do 3 questions related to cell in this assignment. Question number 1. Why cell is called as basic structural and functional unit of all living organism? Question number 2. Define endoplasmic reticulum, plastids and mitochondria. And question number 3 is write down any 5 differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic organism. Students, you will get these differences from page number 35 of your book, chapter 2. Thank you.